And welcome back to round one of the new Supa-Liga 2022-23 summer season. We've got the Northern Hawks, the reigning champions, and also first-time Supa-Liga Australia champions, taking on the Perth Pumas in what should be an entertaining match. Last time these two sides met, it was the Pumas who got the underdog victory against the Hawks, 2-1. Round 3 of last season, I believe, but the Pumas season only went down from there, and the opposite happened with the Hawks, only losing one game after that point in the season to the Condors, and they haven't lost since. A clean sweep all the way to the grand final, taking out the West Coast Cobras and then backing it up in Brisbane, coming second in the group but winning the top 4 cup over there against the Queenslanders South Brisbane Dragons. And today they're without a couple of the big names, Adriano Jelenovic being the main one. Kevin Pincelli, who played in Queensland for the Northern Hawks, is now back to usual playing against him, and he'll be looking to prove a point against the side he played with temporarily. Pincelli obviously didn't feature in the Perth Pumas at all last season, and many would have tipped that as to why they performed below expectations. Amarja Hell also back from injury, and same with Rama Elliott, so a bit of a new look Perth Pumas side. Only notable player they're missing would be their top goal scorer from last season, Rory Wilkinson, but apart from that, they're almost up to full strength. And Matt Stephenson, his loose pass intercepted by De Philippis. Rindell with a good spin around Pham, and he looks for the back post. That one just behind the run of De Philippis, who didn't miss it by much. And just going through the lineup, starting for the Northern Hawks, the number 9 Michael De Philippis, the number 10 Devin Rindell, number 5 Ches Houston, and the number 2 Bedim Ziba. On the bench, debutant for the first team, Avi Kotkis, the number 22, the youngster Nishan Alagoda wearing the 26, Callum Bredemeyer, the number 3, and Raquan Ropley, the number 52. And as I say that, it looks like it's an early goal. Theon Mulholland there giving the Pumas the early advantage, and that one it just trickled past down for Mato, who's not going to be happy. And for the Pumas running through their lineup, it's Jahel, Mulholland, Pincelli and Elliott on the court. With Pincelli and Pham, on the court, with Elliott, Gordon Tiong and Stephenson on the bench. So definitely a stronger lineup than what we were used to seeing toward the end of last season, and it's already looking like that may be the case, taking the early lead as Famato, he's able to claim that one on this occasion. Callum Bredemeyer came on for Bedim Ziba, and it's another loose pass from Devin Rindell, but he's not made to pay for that error as Famato. De Philippis gives it out to Bredemeyer, who plays it to Houston. A great ball through from Houston, and it's a chance for De Philippis, who gets the ball caught under his feet. He's forced to retreat back to Houston. Rindell skips past Jahil and runs out of room in the end. Johnny Pham does enough as Alagoda comes on for De Philippis. Pincelli to Pham. Pincelli back out to Mulholland, the goal scorer, who goes for that no-look ball down the line, but Houston reads it. Houston featured in the team of the season last time around and was also the MVP of the Futsal Super-Liga Australia Championships. The number 5, a player of very high calibre. We'll be looking forward to having another good 2022-23 campaign, that's for sure. And he'll be travelling with the men's state side in January to Sydney. First time the West Australians have gone in a couple of years now, but they'll definitely be looking to make a statement. Fitzu's developed a lot in WA since the last time they went. As Elliott, his ball looking for Pham, but the number 19 unable to get it under control. Is Rindell now. Bredemeyer back to Rindell. Houston one-on-one with Pham. Alligator. Houston turns back around and gives it to Rindell. He has Bredemeyer, looks to take Elliott on down the line, but he does enough. Rindell. Alligator. Houston. A good ball down the line to Rindell. A little back heel flick and another one. Rindell. And that shot venomous but not on target. Couldn't force Ignachenko into his first save of the match, and was it the wrong time to make the sub there for the Northern Hawks? Tiong looked to be away, but Houston marshalled well. It's Pincelli now. He brings it back. Jahel. Pincelli. He's given that one away. And it's a big opportunity for Bredemeyer, who goes on the left foot, but Tiong gets the block in. Bredemeyer had to be a little bit quicker, a little bit cleaner, and he had Kotkis at the far post, but Tiong did enough to narrow the angle. As the number 3 gets another shot off, this time forcing Ignachenko into the save, but a rather easy one of that. Tipping it over the bar, and Houston! That's more like it. Just Houston. I think it was Alligator at the back post who's tapped that one in, and it's his first goal in the Supa-Liga. Nishan Alligator has been coming. He's picked up a couple of assists and a good goal, and an important one at that. It gets the Hawks back on level terms. Nothing much Ignachenko could do. He reacted to the initial shot, but straight into the number 26's frame. It's Tiong. That's a good ball. Elliott looking for the return to Tiong, but they weren't quite on the same wavelength there. That one rolling out on the far side as Kotkis. Houston. Kotkis looking down the line, and that somehow stayed in. In fact, referee Ryan Morris is deemed that it did go out. Kotkis on the ball, gives it to Alligator, who finds Houston. And a couple of fake shots from Houston, and now he goes on the left. Ignachenko getting down low, and that's a little bit of that high caliber we're talking about from Ches Houston. Kotkis, Bredemeyer. Ball looking for Houston's run, but smothered by Ignachenko. He's got to be careful there, Tiong. Bredemeyer. And another save from Ignachenko. Hawks are stringing it together. They're creating a couple of dangerous opportunities, and that one there again forcing the save out of Ignachenko. Alligator, good feet from Alligator. Blocked though, and the Pumas are stopped on the break. Alligator, the MVP from the Supa-Liga B division, after some time he spent on loan with the WA Futsal Academy. Definitely the standout in that side, and also in the fixer role in the team this season. And that shot from De Philippis. Again, Ignachenko getting down low. Marco De Philippis, the number 9, is a good player. Played in the first team and at Morley Windmills this season, and a long time serving of Futsal WA, attending. Oh, Kotkis, as I'm saying that, a goal on debut. And it's 2 players that have scored for the Northern Hawks, and it's both their first goal in black and white colours. But as I mentioned earlier, De Philippis has been on multiple state trips as young as age 13 and 14, and he's worked his way up into the first team and has become a regular for the Northern Hawks. As despite that early one goal advantage. It's all gone south for the Perth Pumas, who have been forced into an early timeout. Stand-in coach Kai Jan, who will look to be playing sooner rather than later, managing the side this evening. And definitely a hot start to the first match. Multiple chances at either end, and the Pumas, who took the early advantage, perhaps falling on the back foot now. Andrei Ignichenko has been forced into numerous saves already. And as reflected in possession, the Northern Hawks are at 60% possession to the Pumas 40. They've got a higher pass completion rate at that as well, and more passes completed in total at 60 to 46, and it's being reflected on the scoreline at this stage. And for anyone that kept up with the Supa-Liga Australia Championships in Brisbane, we noticed that it wasn't always the side with the best statistics that would come out on top. After all, goals is really the only one that matters, but in this match so far, it's looking to be the case. And Mulholland gets beyond Alagoda. Jahel, Mulholland, and he heads over from close range, but it came to him at an awkward height. As Famato goes long, De Philippis brings it down well, but Stephenson's all over him. And double team from Jahel. However, the side ball goes the way of the Northern Hawks. And Alagoda comes around. His ball out to the flank to Rindell. De Philippis. Alagoda is under pressure from Tiong and almost forcing the error, but not to be. Rindell, Famato, back to Rindell. De Philippis. Cockkiss. And his ball back to Marco De Philippis, a loose one, giving the Pumas an opportunity to muster something from the side. As Jahel with the layoff, it's a good effort, but blocked only as far as De Philippis. Jahel wins it back off him, and Mulholland. Stephenson, he pulls his shot wide, but it was a big opportunity. As Zeba hops back on now. Cockkiss, the goal scorer, making way. Alagoda. De Philippis under pressure. Alagoda again. And that one blocked. Mulholland. Alagoda does well to recover. Jahel on the left foot. He's got two good feet of Jahel. Left and right he can definitely shoot him from. And that's a good turn from Tiong. Ball looking for the back post, but a vital touch in there from a Hawks defender. And they see it away for a side ball. Stephenson. He shoots. And a follow-up shot from Tiong. That one rattling off the crossbar. Momentum swung the other way perhaps is maybe Greg Farrell, coaching the side, realises that as Ches Houston comes back on. And Zeba looking to force a way through. Mulholland. As Pham comes back on and he's getting involved in the action immediately. Mulholland looks for the ball inside, but Stephenson through to Pham, who hangs onto it somehow. Tiong. Stephenson down the line. It's blocked by Houston, who goes through the legs to Stephenson, but Stephenson wins it back. And now it's a chance for Mulholland. He's forced himself out wider than he would have liked and out of bounds in the end. As Rindell, De Philippis, it's cut out by Tiong. And that one blocked by Houston. It looked goal bound. Stephenson. Tiong. Mulholland into the target's feet in Johnny Pham. He struggles to get a shot off, and Rendell, a loose touch. Mulholland. And that one through to Dan Formato in net, who drops it at the feet of Houston. Zeba back to Houston, and the pressure from the Perth Pumas is apparent, and they win the ball back. Stephenson through the middle, looking for the run of Mulholland, but it goes all the way behind to Formato in the end. And Rendell, he's lost out. Tiong, Mulholland cuts inside, and what a goal that is from Theon Mulholland. Sold the canny to Philippus, and almost set Formato on his backside as well. It's the second goal for Theon Mulholland and for the Perth Pumas. Scores tied at 2 apiece, and Rendell getting caught out under the high press, making the Pumas pay, or making the Hawks pay rather. The Hawks are going to look for an immediate response, and they have just got that. It's the last-ditch effort from Pham to put Rendell off, and they'll, in fact, they won't get a corner. The referee awarding it to Andrei Gnachenko in net, who goes long, but to no one in particular. And Houston letting that one run through. De Philippus. Houston. And he looks for Zeba through the middle, but a nudge from Kevin Pincelli, enough to put the number 2 off his touch. Mulholland looking down the line for Pincelli. He's lost out to De Philippus. And De Philippus' shot blocked by Mulholland, who apologises for the giveaway. Rendell, and his shot over the bar, but not by much. Ignachenko, Tiong, and a loose pass from Gordon Tiong, who had no real options due to the nature of the Hawks' high press. De Philippus, and his shot's blocked on the way through. Behind for a corner again. And De Philippus again. But that one blocked away by Pincelli. He's looking a little bit rattled after copping that one to the chest. And Mulholland is away with it. But a good bit of last-ditch defending from De Philippus, preventing an opportunity. Houston to Zeba, who looks down the line to Houston. Is cut out. And Zeba getting his body in the way, but loses out in the end. Tiong. Pincelli back to Tiong. Pham. And Tiong gives it away in the middle. De Philippus driving at pace. And he is looking for the run of Bedham Zeba, but they weren't on the same wavelength there. Elliott looking for the 1-2 with Pham, but didn't come off. Zeba off. Bredemeyer back on. Bredemeyer, Rendell. Bredemeyer out to De Philippus. In the middle to Houston, who looks for the return ball, but Ignachenko off his line. Clears it away. Is Jahel back on now? Rendell. De Philippus, it's a loose pass from the Hawks, number 9. And it's across to Tiong, who goes over the top. Pincelli's in space if he can get it under control. But his touch saw him go backwards, and now he's under high pressure from the Hawks. It's Tiong. Jahel almost given away, but Jahel does well. And Tiong, Jahel's on over the top if they can find him. And Elliott, a scuffed pass. Bredemeyer almost intercepted. Tiong, Elliott, Pincelli, Tiong. Rendell wins it back, but Jahel wins it off him, and he needed a smaller touch. He could have been away. It's Houston now. And it's a loose pass from Houston. He knows what he should have done, but didn't quite execute it correctly. Alligator comes back on now. And Pincelli's pass. Can't find Stephenson. Bredemeyer. Rindell. Given away. Stephenson. Pincelli. Rama Elliott looking for Hill in the middle. But cut out by Rindell. Bredemeyer down the line. And Houston. That one's rolled under his foot. Ignichenko goes long, but it's won by Bredemeyer. Headed back forward by Elliott. Bredemeyer again. Houston. Rindell to Bredemeyer. He looks for the back post, but it's blocked by Elliott. Bredemeyer to Rindell. He gives it to Houston. And Houston looking for that ball to the back post, but it's blocked by Chahel. Bredemeyer in the middle. Rindell. Houston. Alligator. Alligator does well. And Rindell does better. Bredemeyer. Possession still with the Hawks. That one came off the leg of Amar Chahel. Bredemeyer, a left footer. We know we can shoot from this range. Ups for Houston instead. Houston cuts inside well, but it's a good save from Ignichenko. Alligator on the follow-up. Rindell blocked away. Rindell. Bredemeyer. He shoots. That went into Chahel. Stephenson. Elliott now. And it's a great ball through. Pincelli! But it's a good save from Dan Famato. You have to appreciate the ball through from Elliott, though, on the weaker left foot. In behind and a couple of defenders and almost setting the Pumas up with a goal on the halftime whistle. But there we have it, folks. That's halftime. Scores level at 2 apiece, courtesy of a Theon Mulholland double for the Perth Pumas. And RV Coptus and Nishan Alligator finding themselves on the score sheet for the Hawks. And we'll just skip to a quick ad and we'll be back in a moment. And the halftime stats just displayed on screen now. Hawks leading in passes attempted, 176 to 157, and also in completed passes. They've got the same passing accuracy. 14 shots plays 8, 11 shots on target to 6, but the Pumas have been at the more efficient in the conversion statistic, them converting 2 of their only 6 shots, whilst Hawks, who have had 11 shots on target, have struggled to convert a little bit, and they find themselves only with 2 goals as well. As halftime is finished and we're about to get back underway. Cotis, Alligator, Bredemeyer and Houston. As Azri steps on and off, it looks like the injury cloud he faced in Brisbane is still up on him this afternoon.
There's too many apps.
The
Can't find it.
number 52 today wearing the keeper's shirt he just steps on and off to make an appearance. Houston looking down the line, but it's defended well by Elliott. Jahel, Elliott, and he's got the better of Alagoda. And he's looking at the back post if he can find Mulholland, but unable to do so. That ball's out for a corner, or out for a side ball or other almost, but that one is won by Houston, and Kotis is in a foot race with Jahil, which is probably not going to win. Amar Jahil. It's definitely one of the quicker players in the Supa-Liga. As he's got Elliott through the middle and finds him. Mulholland looking over the top. Jahel! But Famato comes off his line to claim it. Kotis. Alagoda. Can the Hawks catch him out on the counter attack? And Elliott blocks that one away. Pumas get back in numbers. Bredemeyer, Houston. Kotis. Alagoda looks to get beyond Stephenson, but he stands tall. Bredemeyer, Houston. Houston cuts inside, but Jahel's away. And it's a big opportunity here for Jahel. Elliott! Pass too far ahead of the number 2's run. Famato was able to claim it. And now a chance for the Hawks. Jahel's won it back. And he gives it to Stephenson, who plays Mulholland. Mulholland looking to go himself, but Kotis gets the vital intervention. As Tiong back on now. Stephenson, a loose pass to Tiong, but he gets it under. Tiong across, Elliott, Stephenson. Tiong loses out, Alagoda, forced back to Houston. Kotis looks to get the better of Mulholland, but the ball going the way of the Perth Pumas. As Stephenson, Tiong forced back to Stephenson, who goes over the top, and Tiong's got an opportunity if he can keep it in. He does, but the momentum takes him out of play, but he's back on the ball now, Tiong, and he's still fighting for it. Famato comes out. Kotis clears any danger. Elliott. Stephenson. Elliott again. Alagoda gets the better of him. Nishan Alagoda looked to set Rangel up at the back post, but pass was smothered. Elliott, his ball forward, looking for Mulholland. Kotis intercepts and ball the way of the Northern Hawks. Alagoda, Bredemeyer, given away. Elliott, he's got Stephenson at the back post, but Famato claims it. Famato over the top. Rangel, good touch. And shot placed wide. Panselli wants it. And he's got it over the top. But again, Famato's off his line well. And he's gone for a run himself, Famato. He's found Bredemeyer. And Bredemeyer looking for the return ball to Daniel Famato, but an inch behind the number 12 as Fam comes back on. Panselli down the line. Tiong, a good turn from Mulholland, but an even better challenge from Kotis. As Mulholland, he looks back for Tiong. Panselli, and the pressure coming in from Rundell. Panselli forced to put that one out as Zeba comes back on now. Zeba to Alagoda, who plays to Philippus. Back to Alagoda, given away, but one back by Nishan Alagoda. done extremely well. And again, the relentless pressure continues from the youngster. He's won it back for the Northern Hawks. Rindell, he can't get beyond Pham. There's a chance for the Pumas on the counter-attack. Pham, ball to Tiong. And it wasn't a bad one, but a bit too far ahead of him. Famato. Zeba. Alligator. Can't keep it in. Tiong. Panselli. Tiong. Pham. And the Northern Hawks employing an extremely high press. Tiong forced to go long, but that one's rolled out in the end. Through the middle for Zeba, who goes through to the Philippus, and the foul's been given. He's been pushed in the back as adjudged by referee Silas, and it's an opportunity just outside the attacking D for the Northern Hawks. Definitely a team that's good with the set pieces, so bringing the likes of Houston on for this one will definitely get the Perth Pumas defence a little bit worried about what could be next to follow. And very nearly, Rindell fighting the gap, but Ignatenko positioned himself correctly. Rindell looking for Zeba, but a lunging foot from Panselli clears it behind. De Philippus. Rindell. Ball looking for Zeba, but it's won by Panselli. And given away in a dangerous area. Zeba had to go with his left foot there, Zeba. Didn't quite get the connection he needed. And that ball over the top looking for Pham, but he can't keep it in. Houston, De Philippus to Zeba. Won by Panselli. De Philippus wins it back. And Tiong has it now. Jahel. 11 minutes left. This game could go either way. Both sides well within a chance. As Panselli under a lot of pressure forced out. Ignatenko gets a toe on that one. De Philippus with the toe poke, but Ignatenko covers his near post well. Houston looking to win it back, and he gets a foot in the end, but it's last off chest Houston, and ball behind for the Perth Pumas, who have called a timeout by the looks of it. Scores level at 2 apiece. A good result for the Perth Pumas thus far. They could very easily snatch a couple of points off the reigning champions and grand final winners with a bit of luck, and maybe even beat them, who knows. Possession still very much favouring the Northern Hawks at 55%, along with pass completion 73% to 68%. And total amount of passes, 181 for the Hawks, 159 for the Perth Pumas. But interestingly, the amount of times 4+ passes have been completed in a row favours the Perth Pumas at 18 to 16. And with just over 11 minutes left on the clock. This game could truly go either way. I wouldn't put it past the Northern Hawks to bring out a fifth man if they are still level with a few minutes left. A side that will prefer to risk it for the win than settle the draw most often. And they are very good at the fifth man, so they're really not risking much when they play it. When you play it as well as they do, you're not risking much. It's an own goal from Pinselli. I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like he tried to clear it or play a pass, but it's come off his boot all wrong, and it landed nicely in the corner. So the Pumas find themselves down by a goal. Hawks find themselves in the lead, but not through any fault of their own, really. Maybe a bit of pressure forcing Pinselli into the error, but definitely a rare error from a player the calibre of the number 7, and he'll be looking to make up for it as the intensity of the game has gone up a notch. Tiong Stephenson. His pass blocked. And Zeba wins it back. That one cut out by Jahil. And Jahil wins it back. Tiong. Pinselli. Back to Tiong. Stephenson. Pinselli down the line. And he looks to get around Houston, but unable to. Hawks trying to make a sub. Rather unsuccessfully, however. Now they do. Tiong almost loses out to Cockkiss. He's going to have to be careful. And Alagoda wins it back, but can't keep it in. Stephenson. Tiong Stephenson gives it away. Bredemeyer cuts inside and back out. Cockkiss. Alagoda forces the save out of Ignichenko. It's a good left-footed strike from Alagoda. And ball over the top from Ignichenko, but didn't have a runner awaiting. Houston. Cockkiss. Houston. Bredemeyer down the line. And he's got the better of Stephenson. In fact, the number 10 puts it out. A corner for the Northern Hawks. Houston, blocked by Elliott. Force back to Famato. Who's given it away. And Tiong! It didn't miss by much. Famato got away with that one there. He's going to have to be careful. Tiong will be kicking himself for not keeping it on target. Scores would have been level in the last goal for either side would have been quite a cheap one if that had gone in. An own goal and a keeper giveaway, but that didn't happen, and the Hawks still hold the lead at 3-2. Tiong, Elliott, Rindel's won it back, but Ignichenko's off his line. And here goes over the top. Can he catch the Hawks on the counter attack? Famato's up once again. He's going to have to be careful this time. He's looked to have drawn the foul. Ignichenko with an opportunity for a shot on goal, but he got that one awfully wrong. Alagoda was on the line covering, however. And Famato almost getting booked for dissent. Not happy that the foul on him wasn't given. Bredemeyer. He's got beyond Elliott, and he's got Cockkiss in support. Alagoda's won it back. He's playing very well today, Nishan Alagoda. All the defensive blocks in the 50-50s. The number 26 is winning. a goal to go along with it. Rindell. And that one deemed to have been a foul on Rindell. He was clipped on the way through. The Northern Hawks will get it back. De Philippis now. Bredemeyer down the line. Rindell. Bredemeyer. Rindell gets it back. Alagoida! But Ignichenko, another save at his near post. And Alagoida is going to be a contender for man of the match today. He's played very well. De Philippis. Alagoida. Back to De Philippis, who is inviting the press from the Perth Pumas, but they're happy to sit halfway. They don't take the bait. And now they step up. Alagoida keeps it under control well. De Philippis loses that but wins it back. And out only as far as the Perth Pumas side ball. Tiong looking for the back post run of Elliott. Jahel under pressure from Alagoida. And again, Nishan's got the foot in. Ignichenko, Jahel. But again, a lot of pressure from Alagoida. And I think the foul's been given on Jahel for a push.
Cal, who are you marking? Cal?
Called back quite some distance though, as Mulholland looks to chip into the path of Jahel, who's unable to get her under control. Bredemeyer gets lucky but beats Jahel. And he shoots himself, Bredemeyer, but Ignichenko gets down low. Bredemeyer into the side netting. Elliott under pressure. Mulholland comes away with it and he gets beyond Alagoida, perhaps the only time he's been beaten this evening. Rindell wins it back. Mulholland gets a foot in. Famato over the top. It's a good throw. De Philippis can't get his touch right. And possession turns over the way of the Perth Pumas. 3 minutes 40 left on the clock. Still more than enough time. But passes like that from Elliott aren't going to cut it. The Pumas want to get themselves back into this game and even get a win. They're going to have to be more efficient in that final third. The Hawks would keep being relentless with the pressure like they have all game, you'd think. Not giving Pumas any breathing room at the back end. Will we see it again? The Hawks stepping up very high rather. And Ignichenko forced to go long to a contest. Won by Houston. De Philippis, ball over the top. Rindell, ball still alive here. In fact, referee Silas said that one went out. Still Rindell did well. Ignichenko forced long again. And that throw over everyone's head. Fam can't keep it in. De Philippis. Rindell over the top. It's a great ball. De Philippis. He can't keep it in. Just ran out of real estate there. And Pansali through the middle. Mulholland looking for the return to Pansali. Rindell. De Philippis. Force back to Rindell, who invites the press from the Pumas. Houston looking down the line for the runner Rindell, but he turned the other way. Long ball Pinselli, he does well. And he's been fouled there around the 10-meter mark. So it's an opportunity if the Pumas can work it. Looks like it's Betim Zeba picking up the yellow card, I think. Stopping a counter-attack. No complaints from the number 2. And Pinselli, he's got a good shot, especially from this kind of range. A real opportunity now. And that one hitting Houston, I think, on the way through. Or was it Famato making the save? Jahel's lost out. Rendell. Pinselli does well, but still Rendell. Jahel now. Loses out to Alligator. Rendell. Houston. Zeba. Alligator. And plays it off Pinselli. Keeps the ball, Alligator. Rendell. And just over a minute left now. Not long left for the Pumas if they want to get something out of this game. Are we going to see a 5th man? You think they've left it a little late if they were going to try it. A good interception from Pinselli. One last roll of the dice for the Pumas. Fam. But a loose pass like that isn't what they wanted. And Famato can reset. He can go as long as he needs, but Rendell's the easy option. Houston, Alligator. Houston gets beyond Fam with a great piece of skill. Jahel's won it back. He's got Fam at the back post. A deflection on the way through, but Famato's equal to it. And it's a great no-look throw from Famato. Zeba to wrap the game up. Cleared off the line by Pinselli. And he's still going. It's a 2-on-1 now. But the ball just behind Jahel. And it was the last chance of the match, you'd think. What an ending it could have been. 7 seconds left on the clock. Rendell, Zeba at the back post. And with 2 seconds left, Betim Zeba ups the game up. And you'd be gutted if you were a Perth Puma. A big chance to go 1-on-1 only moments ago, and Rendell has gone up the other end and counter-attacked it. Zeba with an easy tap in at the back post, and Hawks will come out 4-2 victory, or 4-2 victors in this opening round of the season. The final whistle goes for 3 goal scorers for the Hawks: Zeba, Alligator and Cottkiss. Kevin Pinselli own goal to round off their scoring with the Theon Mulholland double for the Perth Pumas. And we will be back in just a moment with the West Coast Cobras. Oh yeah, and just going over the stats, I almost forgot. 27 shots on target for the 27 total shots for the Northern Hawks.
Off the post. He did well. Oh, it was all close. He just almost stuck in.
As you can see the stats on the screen now, 27 shots on target for the Hawks, 27 total shots, 21 shots on target, 4 goals. For the Pumas it was 12 shots and 9 on target with the 2 goals. The Hawks keeping the bulk of possession, 55%. Passing percentage relatively similar. Hawks on top in attempted passes and completed passes. And almost just about every other statistic. We'll be back in a moment with the West Coast Cobras, and they are taking on Supa-Liga.